you guys, it's Dash from Bloom Where You're Planted. I took a little break from filming because, well, a couple of reasons. I was super busy doing a presentation for the Grow Network. I did one presentation for them about rabbits, and this one was about insects. It was how to raise insects to make your homestead more sustainable. So I just finished with that, and it's for the Grow Network. And if you don't know them, Marjorie Wildcraft heads it up, and she specializes in pulling people from all over the nation, all over the world really, to talk about gardening and health and sustainability, and that's really her specialty, bringing people together in the subject of homesteading and gardening. And so I'm excited about that. I hope that I get chosen. I've submitted it, so I'm hoping, you know, it meets their criteria. So I think it will, and I'll keep you guys posted. So the other reason I wasn't filming was, of course, it was Thanksgiving, so I took some time with friends and family and just kind of unplugged from the virtual world, and just was present. So that was really fun. I needed that break. But I love my online community, and I'm back and excited again. So the other reason I didn't film was they were trimming trees. After I got done with the presentation, they were trimming trees along the alley, the city was, to keep them off the telephone lines. So that was very loud. They had a chipper behind them. They were chipping along the way, so that was very, very loud. So yeah, that doesn't really work for filming. So, but I'm back and I'm excited, and I want to catch you up. Look at some things that are happening. I'll show you. Hi girls! So exciting, look what's happening. Look at that, you guys! The hens are laying at Bloom Where You're Planted. Look at that! I'm so proud of you girls, thank you! And then look at that one. Look at those. Somebody is laying this huge egg. And for a first-time layer, that's amazing, because usually first-time eggs are really small. I don't know who is laying that. I'm curious. So that is super exciting. We are getting a few eggs every day, and so the weather has been really nice, very conducive to egg laying, so we're excited. We're getting some speckled, mostly brown, but some speckled, and then of course this jumbo one. So curious to see who is laying that. All right, let me show you what else is going on. So also, Bloom Where You're Planted got bedazzled with pansies from my sister, and violas. Isn't it beautiful? So pretty. My big sister bedazzles my front border every fall, so it's so sweet of her. So it's all covered with pretty flowers, and so sorry if you're like under snow, a lot of snow, but yeah, we don't get snow here very often, every once in a while, but right now we're really enjoying the winter flowers. To me, they look like little ladies with their Easter bonnets on. And sadly, this happened. I know. The wild one bought himself a motorcycle. So I always knew that that kid was going to color outside the lines, always. He's a drummer. He just marches to the beat of his own drum. and he's amazing and just a little bit on the wild side. He climbs up the highest tree and sways in the wind. When he was younger, he liked to climb up and do his math in the tree. So yeah, that's the wild one. So I'm pretty upset about it because I worry. I love him. I worry about him. So any other mamas out there that have a wild one, you know just what I mean. I mean, he's not wild in a bad way. He's wonderful. Anyway, so yeah, this happened. And we did think about, you know, forbidding him while he's under our roof, but that just never seems to work. It's been my experience with teenagers to forbid them to do something. So I'm just gonna pray for his safety and trust him to God like I have to do all my kids. Yeah, so that happened. A little wrinkle in the holiday, but he's excited about it. So I think I have caught you all up except for rabbits. So there's Buddy. Hey, Buddy. It is way past time to breed rabbits. I usually breed my rabbits November 1st. After October, usually it cools down, hopefully cools down, and they have a few weeks for the male rabbit to get his fertility back and be ready to breed. So I usually give it, let it get cooler in the month of October and then start breeding November 1st. So this is December 1st. So, I'm late. We did go on our trip though, and so, you know, had some holiday fun. So that was fun, but I am ready to get back into breeding my rabbits. Now, I want to let you know that I did my Raising Backyards rabbit course for the Grow Network for Marjorie Wildcraft, and that was super fun. Me and the fisherman did it. My son, my 22-year-old son, he filmed me. We did it together and we had a lot of fun, and it's a very comprehensive course from starting from the very beginning with rabbits, and then, you know, choosing your breed, what difference does that make, and having babies and caring for them, building hutches, everything, and then all the way through harvesting. And we have a detailed video about how to harvest your rabbit. So if you want to check that out, you have to be a member in the Grow Network, but there are lots of advantages to being a member. There's all sorts of courses you can take, and there's a forum. You can communicate with other members, and she has a lot of great stuff in there. So I think it's definitely worth it. It's $10 a month, but I think it's definitely worth it. You learn a lot. And like I said, Marjorie Wildcraft is good at bringing people from all walks together under the same subject. So if you want to see my rabbit raising course, if you're interested in raising backyard rabbits for your family, for meat for your family, then go to the Grow Network. I'll leave a link below in the description, and sign up to be a member, and then you'll see my rabbit raising course in there. So I hope you guys do that and you enjoy it. We had a lot of fun doing it. And I think it's a lot of good information all in one place about how to raise rabbits. Okay, so I need to get breeding these rabbits. To breed rabbits, you need to start off in the morning. So I'm not gonna breed tonight. We had a full day. Papa Hunter came into town and we saw family. We all got together and had lunch together and visited, and so that was wonderful. So I'm glad that I had the day doing that. But if you want to breed your rabbits, you need to start out in the morning. Breed them once, because rabbits are fascinating creatures. The eggs come down with the breeding process. And so that's why they can get pregnant at any time. they don't really have a cycle, so to speak. There are some times of the month where they're more fertile than other times, and there are times of the year, like in springtime, they're more fertile than other times, because just like chickens, the more light, the longer the day is, the more daylight there is, the more likely they would be to breed, to want to breed, to accept the buck. So I can't do it tonight, so I will probably do it. Tomorrow is Sunday, busy day with church and wonderful things like that, and then day of rest, and then so I probably will do it Monday morning, and I will bring you guys along, and you'll get to see the happy couples I'm pairing together, and we'll get these rabbits bred and look forward to babies. I will show you too that I'm a little, I don't know, I'm a little concerned about. Let me show you. These are two of my bucks, and that means male rabbits. This is Nugget. Hi, Nugget. That's Nugget. And this is Big Ears. Hi, Big Ears. All right, so this is my quandary. Let me back up. I don't know if you guys can see this, but you might notice a size difference. Who's bigger, Big Ears or Nugget? See if Nugget will turn around a little bit so you guys can see better. Okay, so can you guys see the size difference? Big Ears is much, much bigger. So why is that a problem that Big Ears is so much bigger than Nugget? Well, I bought Nugget specially to introduce a new rabbit into my breeding program. Some new lines and some new blood. Because I sell rabbits to 4-H kids, I sell them to Future Farmer of America kids, and so I like to sell unrelated stock. Go on, Nellie. Go on. So I like to sell unrelated stock when I sell to those kids, because if the stock is too closely related, then you can run into some health problems, and I don't want that to happen to any kid that I sell to. So I bought Nugget particularly to use in my breeding program, because he was fresh blood from a different, totally unrelated, different herd. Well, Big Ears was just one of the babies. I actually had saved him to do the backyard rabbit raising video for the Grow Network, and he was actually, shh, don't tell him, but I had 2 rabbits to butcher for the demonstration to harvest, and he was one of them. If I messed up on the first one, or if the video didn't take or something, he was gonna be it. So, but I only needed 1 rabbit. The filming went great. It was a good demonstration. I only needed 1 rabbit, and so I've gotten really attached to Big Ears. When I'm gonna harvest a rabbit, I do not name them. I know from the get-go that those rabbits are gonna go into the freezer, and I don't name them, I don't really hold them, I don't get close to them. I try to provide them a great life, cage-free, in in-ground pens, pasture-raised, but I don't, I don't get attached to them. Well, Big Ears so has been hanging around for a while, and I'm pretty attached to him. But he's pretty closely related. I think his father and his grandfather would be the same. So I wasn't going to use him for my breeding program, but he's big. And meat rabbits are supposed to be big, not little. Nugget has an amazing personality. But, so there's my quandary. I'm going to start breeding, and I think I am going to try Nugget, but I really don't want to make my line of rabbits smaller. I have some pretty big champagnes, and I want them to remain that way. So, and these rabbits are the same age. You might think, well, maybe Nugget will grow up a bit. No, same age. So there's my quandary and my breeding program this year. So I'm not sure. I was going to sell Big Ears to another breeder for a good start for them. But now I think I might want to hang on to him, because if Nugget's babies are really small like him, well then I might use Big Ears instead. So anyway, I love him because he has big ears, so big, kind of big for a champagne, and one of his ears kind of flops to the side. So I'm kind of really attached to him. So anyway, yeah, that's my quandary. And if you're new to the fact that I raise rabbits on my homestead for meat, I'm sorry. I love them, and I get really attached to my breeders. My breeders are with me 3 or 4 years. In fact, I've never had to butcher a breeder. So I've always managed to give them or sell them to somebody that is going to keep them as a pet when they retire. So yeah, so but I do, it's important if I eat meat, and I do, to know that that meat was well cared for and raised humanely, and I know what goes into my rabbits and just how they're treated. So it also gave our family a huge appreciation for where our meat came from. We eat a lot less meat now than we did before, and we really appreciate it when we eat that meat. We know that even that chicken we buy from the store, that was a living creature that somebody cared for and sacrificed its life so that we could live. So yeah, so to me it's important. I think everybody should have the opportunity to raise their own meat at some time or another, because it really gives you an appreciation. If you're going to eat meat, then it really gives you an appreciation for that meat. All right, well, I think I've caught you guys up. I will get back to you Monday morning, and we'll start breeding these rabbits. That should be interesting. All right, bye you guys from Bloom Where You're Planted. Thank you for watching. You guys are my online community. It's good to get back with you, and I just really appreciate your comments and your well wishes and thumbs up. Always encourages me. If you don't have time to make a comment, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel. That helps me out a lot. All right, bye now.